happy to be making one of my favorite recipes from my second cookbook, Little Red Book of Recipes to Love, Entertaining at Home Made Easy. And we will be making the clusters of love from the Desserts to Love and Die For chapter. One of the things I love about this recipe is how easy it is to put together. After you have your ingredients, you're going to start with the bittersweet chocolate chips and you're going to melt them in the microwave at 45-second intervals and stirring in between until they're melted. So at 45 seconds they've just started to melt, and we're going to pop them back in for another 45 seconds in the microwave. I'll just stir those until they're smooth. And then today for the recipe demonstration, I decided to actually use a pastry bag. You wouldn't have to pipe them out with a pastry bag and pastry tip, but it makes it a lot cleaner and neater on the parchment. If you want to just spoon them out, that's fine. But if you want to make sure that the edges are clean and you don't have any trails of chocolate, a better way to do that is with a pastry bag and pastry tip. So when you've stirred it together and it's completely smooth, you're going to transfer that melted bittersweet chocolate into the pastry bag for piping. And then once you have it in the pastry bag, all that's left to do is to pipe your clusters of love on a sheet of parchment. So some parchment has the squares already printed on them so you can gauge how big your circles are going to be. But like I said, if you have a pastry bag, it's a lot easier to pipe your circles cleanly. And so you're just going to pipe circles of the melted chocolate onto your parchment. Like that. And then assembling the clusters of love is as easy as adding your fresh raspberries and your Heath bar chunks and your roasted almonds. And my favorite part, I think, is sprinkling the sea salt flakes on the top. If you don't have fleur de sel, you can use kosher salt. That works just fine as well. This recipe is great to make in the spring when you have access to fresh raspberries and strawberries, and it's so easy to put together a little bit ahead and then serve for dessert for an al fresco party on the deck. After you've piped your chocolate and arranged your raspberries and Heath chunks and almonds, you just leave them to cool on your parchment, and when they're dry and set, they'll peel right off and they're ready to serve.